What if I told you one of Italy's most famous wines could taste like fresh cherries, dried herbs, tomato leaf, and leather all at the same time? Today, we're diving into Sangiovese, the grape behind iconic wines like Chianti and Brunello di Montalcino. It's a grape that can be rustic or elegant, simple or world-class, and once you understand it, Italian wine suddenly starts making a whole lot more sense. This is your beginner's guide to Sangiovese. Welcome to the Phil of Pinot YouTube channel, where we create wine education videos for beginners and wine lovers. History. Sangiovese has been part of Italian wine culture for centuries, and many historians believe its roots stretch all the way back to ancient Rome. The name Sangiovese is often translated as blood of Jupiter, which sounds dramatic, but honestly fits the grape's importance in Italian wine history. Its exact origin is still debated, but Tuscany is widely considered the spiritual home of Sangiovese. Over time, the grape became deeply tied to central Italy, especially regions like Chianti, Montalcino, and Montepulciano. For much of the 20th century, Sangiovese had a mixed reputation. Some wines were thin, overly acidic, or inconsistent because vineyards focused more on quantity than quality. But beginning in the 1970s and 1980s, Italian winemakers dramatically improved vineyard practices and winemaking techniques. That transformation helped elevate Sangiovese into one of the world's great fine wine grapes. Today, it's the most widely planted red grape variety in Italy and one of the country's most recognizable exports. Family tree. DNA studies have shown that Sangiovese is likely related to several southern Italian grape varieties, though its exact parentage is still somewhat mysterious. What makes Sangiovese especially interesting is the number of clones and local variations throughout Italy. Different regions grow slightly different versions of the grape, each adapted to local climates and soils. For example, Brunello, the grape used in Brunello di Montalcino, is actually considered a specific clone of Sangiovese. In other regions, you may hear names like Brunello Gentile or Morellino, which are also local expressions of Sangiovese. This helps explain why Sangiovese can taste surprisingly different depending on where it's grown, single varietal or blended. Sangiovese can be both a single varietal wine and a blending grape. Some of Italy's most prestigious wines, such as Brunello di Montalcino, are made from 100% Sangiovese. These wines tend to showcase the grape in its purest form, highlighting its acidity, earthy complexity, and ageability. But Sangiovese is also commonly blended with other grapes. In Chianti, for example, it's often blended with varieties like Caniolo, Colorino, Cabernet Sauvignon, or Merlot. Blending can soften Sangiovese's naturally high acidity and tannins, while adding more body, fruit, or richness. Color. Sangiovese is usually medium ruby in color. It's not as dark or opaque as grapes like Cabernet Sauvignon or Syrah. As the wine ages, the color often shifts towards garnet or brick orange around the edges of the glass. That's actually one of the visual cues people use to identify older Sangiovese wines. The lighter color can sometimes surprise beginners because many people assume a deeper color means a more powerful wine. But with Sangiovese, the magic is often in the structure and complexity rather than sheer darkness in color. Sweetness profile. Sangiovese is typically made in a dry style. That means little to no residual sugar remains after fermentation. Even though the wine may have ripe fruit flavors like cherry or plum, it generally finishes dry on the palate. Because of its natural acidity, Sangiovese can sometimes taste even drier than it technically is. That bright acidity creates a mouth-watering sensation that keeps the wine feeling fresh and savory. Acid profile. Acidity is one of the defining characteristics of Sangiovese. Most Sangiovese wines have medium plus to high acidity, and that freshness is a huge reason why the grape works so well with food. You'll often notice a tart cherry or cranberry quality that gives the wine energy and lift. For beginners, this is an important concept because acidity keeps wine lively rather than flat or heavy. If Cabernet Sauvignon feels broad and powerful, Sangiovese often feels brighter and more energetic. Tannin structure. Sangiovese generally has medium to high tannins. Tannins are those drying compounds that create texture in your mouth, especially around your gums and tongue. With Sangiovese, the tannins are often firm but not overwhelmingly aggressive. In younger wines, they can feel slightly rustic or grippy. As the wine ages, those tannins tend to soften and integrate beautifully. Alcohol. Most Sangiovese wines land somewhere between medium and moderately high alcohol levels. Typically, you'll see alcohol percentages ranging from 12.5% to 14.5%, depending on the climate and style. Cooler regions often produce lighter, more restrained expression, while warmer climates can create richer wine with higher alcohol and riper fruit flavors. Compared to modern California reds, Sangiovese usually feels more balanced and less heavy. Body. Sangiovese is usually medium-bodied, though some premium examples can approach medium plus. This is another reason it's such a versatile wine. It has enough structure and complexity for serious wine drinkers, but it's not usually overwhelming for beginners. The combination of medium body and high acidity creates a wine that feels elegant rather than massive. Think of Sangiovese as a wine driven by balance and character instead of raw power. Winemaking techniques. Winemakers use a wide range of techniques with Sangiovese depending on the style they want to create. Traditional producers may age the wine in large neutral oak casks called botti. These large barrels allow slow aging while preserving the grape's earthy and savory qualities. Modern producers sometimes use smaller oak barrels, which can add flavors like vanilla, toast, spice, and chocolate. Some winemakers also extend maceration time, meaning the grape skins stay in contact with juice longer to increase tannin, color, and complexity. Because Sangiovese naturally has high acidity, vineyard management is incredibly important. Growers often focus heavily on controlling yields and achieving full ripeness so the wine maintains balance. Styles. Sangiovese is made in several different styles. The most common is still red wine, ranging from affordable everyday bottles to some of Italy's most collectible wines. Chianti is often bright, savory, and food-friendly. Brunello de Montalcino tends to be more powerful, complex, and age-worthy. Vino Nobile de Montepulciano usually falls somewhere in between. Rosé versions of Sangiovese also exist and can be wonderfully refreshing with flavors of strawberry, melon, and herbs. Some producers even make sparkling Sangiovese, though that's less common. Sweet styles are rare, but dessert wines can occasionally be produced using dried grapes in the Passito tradition. Aromas and flavors. Sangiovese has one of the most recognizable flavor profiles in the wine world. The classic fruit notes are sour cherry, red plum, cranberry, and strawberry. But what really makes Sangiovese stand out are its savory, earthy characteristics. You may notice dried oregano, thyme, tomato leaf, leather, tobacco, clay, or even dusty earth. As the wine ages, tertiary aromas can develop, including dried fig, forest floor, mushroom, and balsamic notes. This balance of fruit and savory complexity is why many wine lovers become obsessed with Sangiovese over time. It's a grape that often reveals more layers the more attention you give it. Ageability. Sangiovese can age very well, especially in premium wines. Entry-level bottles are usually best enjoyed within a few years of release, while high-quality Chianti Classico Reserva and Brunello de Montalcino can evolve beautifully for 10, 20, or even 30 years. Over time, the fruit becomes more dried and nuanced, while the earthy and savory notes grow more pronounced. The acidity and tannin structure are key reasons why these wines can develop so gracefully in the cellar. Popular regions. Tuscany is unquestionably the most famous region for Sangiovese. Chianti Classico is probably the best known appellation and is often considered the heartland of the grape. These wines typically showcase bright acidity, red fruit, and earthy herbs. Brunello de Montalcino, located farther south in Tuscany, produces some of the most prestigious and long-lived Sangiovese wines in the world. Vino Nobile de Montepulciano is another important Tuscan region known for elegant and balanced expressions. Outside Tuscany, Sangiovese is also grown in Emilia-Romagna, Umbria, Marche, and parts of southern Italy. Internationally, winemakers in California, Washington State, Australia, and Argentina have experimented with Sangiovese as well, though Italy remains its true benchmark. Food pairings. Sangiovese is one of the greatest food wines on earth. Its acidity makes it incredibly versatile at the table, especially with tomato-based dishes. Pizza, spaghetti with marinara, lasagna, and baked ziti all work beautifully. The savory herbal qualities also pair naturally with roasted meats, grilled sausages, and herb-roasted chicken. Aged cheeses like Pecorino or Parmigiano Reggiano are fantastic matches too. And because Sangiovese usually isn't overly heavy, it can complement food without overpowering it. This is a wine that truly comes alive when shared over a meal. Sangiovese is the heartbeat of Italian red wine, combining bright acidity, savory complexity, and incredible food friendliness into one unforgettable grape. If you want to understand Italian wine, learning Sangiovese is one of the best places to start.